Hello. Hello, my keepers of the flame, my Flameborn rebels out there, the ones who know that you don't really belong here, right? There's a message that came through to me earlier, and things had kind of gone a little bit silent for a while, but today it was coming through really strong. And this message that came through was something about time and the illusion of time. And it is what is what is. What was what was, and will be again. Which is what I kept hearing. And I was trying to decipher that and figure out what exactly that meant for us. And there could be, depending on your perception of it, could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. It could represent the cycle that we've been put in, the system, to where we're just going to be recycled and we're just going to come back, and so whatever is and whatever was is just going to happen again and keep us in that loop, in that prison, in that system that we're not meant to be in. We're meant to be free. We're not meant to be in that time cycle, in that loop, in that timeline, in that map. So if your perspective is one of hopefully ours and people who will maybe resonate with this channel, is that what is supposed to happen will be again. And what is what is to be living in the present, to be living in truth, to be living in what is happening right now, and recognizing truth for what it is, and not for the illusion that we've been living in for so long, the spell that we've been under for a long time. Because those of you who know that that's what it is, feeling lost maybe, and some people more than others. I know it's been a really crazy journey, and I'm still trying to figure it out. And so anybody that who's here and listening to this, I have a feeling that maybe y'all are going through that same struggle right now, trying to figure it out, like what the hell is really going on, and realizing that we've been living in an illusion and something that was not meant for us, because our souls don't resonate with this energy. For some reason they never have. Like, we've always just thought something was off, like something's off with this world and the way that it works. And we see things, we see the symbolism, we feel things, we feel the energy that other people don't feel sometimes. So that's what I'm hoping, that maybe with this channel, if you're here, if you're listening to me, that maybe some of you out there are going through the same thing, and maybe I can help, maybe we can help each other try and figure it out, because it's not easy. And even things that I thought that I believed were truth, sometimes still I don't know, I just don't know, because I get different feelings all the time. So I have a feeling that some of you guys out there go through the same thing, and that you're struggling with that, struggling with what's real and what's not. But that this whole reality, this whole thing that we're in right now, this whole 3D nonsense prison bullshit, is not what it is. Is not what it is. And so we're just trying to figure out what it is and where we belong in the whole equation, and maybe what our mission is. Maybe you're trying to figure out, like, well, what is it that I'm supposed to do? why is it that I'm different? Why is it that I feel this way when other people don't? And other people look at you like you're insane and like you're crazy. And, you know, it's not easy. But it's like we have to still be true to ourselves, speak our truth, because what you feel inside in your heart, like energetically, is truth. It is. And our ego, our minds, the you know, the grid, the systems, everything that we've been, you know, brainwashed and you know, taught to believe our whole lives, it's like you have to completely unravel that somehow. And it's not easy. It is not easy. And especially figuring out that you actually, you know, bought into that for a long time, and maybe just because it was easier. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm still trying to figure it all out myself, y'all. So hopefully we can figure all this out together. But the energy that I'm feeling now is that whole construct, that whole illusion of time is unraveling. And that's what it's supposed to do right now. And the more of us that know and that feel that, like on a frequency level, on an energetic level, the more that us that feel that, the closer we are to unraveling that construct and that prison that we've been held in, that we know we're not supposed to be in. And I feel like maybe that's what I'm here to help with. Kind of felt called, like this is nothing I've ever really wanted to do before, not wanting to be in the public eye and everything like that, but something's calling me to at least put it out there. And maybe, you know, the people that share that frequency and that energy with me, who are looking for those same answers, maybe you're called here to maybe we can figure it out together. But that's kind of what I'm feeling today, and that it's an energy of change. It's an energy of like new things are on the horizon, and a little bit more of the veil is being broken down. A little bit more of that construct is being broken down as well. And the more of us that come together, the more people that we can you know, bring towards us that are the same. We're the Flameborn rebels. we know things that other people don't. We just have that remembrance. It's all about remembering who we are, not about being better, not about, you know, anybody being better than the other. It's just having that remembrance of who we are, and that we're royalty. We are, and we're supposed to be free. We're not supposed to be in this prison system, in this construct, in this illusion. And the more of us that realize that, the faster we can break free of it. So if I can be of any help and bringing, you know, that collective together that is meant to be here to break that construct, that is what I'm here for. Even though it might make me uncomfortable, put me out of my comfort zone, but I gotta do it. I have to do it. I'm just being called to do it. So I hope everybody's having a lovely weekend, and it is a new moon tonight, so I'm outside burning some candles, trying to get the energy. And I want to get just like a short message for everybody about the new moon, maybe what this energy holds for us. I know we've got eclipse season coming up, and that can also be very powerful energetically. And maybe we get to see the real sun, the old sun, the one that's been blocked from us, the healing sun, the healing energy, the codes that we're supposed to get from the sun that they're trying to block. So just want to get a couple and just see what comes out. But I feel like this moon is supposed to have new blessings. Like if we're here to see it and claim it and not be afraid of the new, because it's really easy to be afraid of the new and what you've always known was there, but it's not what you're used to. It's not what other people think is normal. Yada, 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 whatever. Who cares, right? I gave that up a while ago. Worrying about what other people care, right? Or what they think. So let's see what the Moonology has to tell us tonight, because we're in this new moon. If it'll give me a card. I don't know. Oh, nope, that's way too many. Well, those should work. So we do have, it's not new moon, but a last quarter moon in Virgo. Attend to the details. Attend to the details. So I think we should be really, what I'm getting from this is really about introspection. Being very, very introspective about what's going on in the world right now, what's going on in your soul, in your being, in your energy, like really thinking about it and what you align to, because I think this moon also has to do with like coming into alignment with your gifts, with the blessings that are supposed to come to you at this time, starting anew. But being detailed about it, and manifestation too. So I think this actually does have a lot to do with manifestation and what can come to you when you remember who you are, and you remember your power, and you remember that perception is what creates your reality and what creates the world around you. So it's saying pay attention to those details. Don't be vague. Don't be, oh, well, I just want to be happy. I just, you know, whatever. No, like, be detailed about it. What do you want? It's forcing you to really think about what you really want, because somebody else's ideas and energy and frequency might have been implanted into your head this whole time. What do you really want? What does your soul really desire? Because you can have anything you want, right? It's all about perspective. But you have to be detailed in it. So that means you really have to think about it. So it's work. It's shadow work. And I've had an issue with this myself. Because I'm just thinking about what I'm supposed to want, or what other people have told me my whole life that I should want, right? But until you really sit in your own soul and think about what it is you really want, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna manifest. But you need to really think about that, because you're capable of having anything you want, being anything you want, right? Yeah, just be specific. That's what I'm hearing. Be specific in it, because whatever details that you speak aloud that you believe will happen, that you believe are for you and that you really, really want, that is the reality that you're going to manifest for yourself here. And the more we do that, the more we break the construct, we break the system, we break away from those chains that have like been binding us our whole lives, right? That we didn't even realize were there. Probably, I don't know, some of you probably have been going through this for years and realized this a long time ago. For me, it's only been about maybe 3 years. I've been feeling it my whole life, but never to the extent of what I realize now. Probably started happening around 2019, 2020, and probably a lot of people will tell you the same thing, that around when COVID started happening, because we had all this time all of a sudden to where we weren't, thinking constantly about survival. Like it kind of took us out of fight or flight mode, and we didn't have to be up every morning. We didn't have to do this or do that, take our kids to school, go to work, blah, blah, blah. And so we actually had time to pursue the things or look into the things and research the things maybe that we always wanted to, or even if we didn't, but we just weren't paying attention. And so finally it was like, it just started happening, and it's like organically, and started coming to us to where, like, for me, I never stopped after that. It was like, finally, I had my soul, everything had a chance to just have a reprieve for a minute and not have to worry about the day-to-day of life. And, a little bit. I mean, I still had a child. I still had, but it was like, it was different. I actually could stop and breathe. And I think a lot of people like have that same thing that happened to them during COVID, to where that was kind of where the awakening started to happen. And whatever powers that be were planning with that kind of backfired because so many of us had our awakening during that time, right? So this next one, last quarter moon in Aquarius. Reflect on your priorities. So here I'm hearing details, priorities. It seems very 3D, but I also think it's spiritual too. The details of what you want and your priorities. Like, what are your priorities? Are you putting your health, your spiritual health, like your mission, everything, like, are you actually making these things a priority or not? And it's like, and I'm hearing them talking to me right now. And this sucks. This is why, this is good for me too. This is like learning for me. This is therapy for me. And hopefully that's what I'm hoping from this channel, is that we can do this together, that we can like work on these things together, because the things that come out and I feel like they're for me, I feel like more people are going through the same things, that I'm like losing sight of my priorities sometime, and letting the 3D and the day-to-day get in the way of what I know my mission is, what I know I'm supposed to be doing. And then I'm like, oh, well, I have to pay the bills, I have blah, blah, blah. And I think the construct is made that way so that we can't put our attention on these things that really matter, right? So I think it's reminding us of that. Reflect on your priorities. What are they? That's just something we all have to figure out for ourselves, right? But I think a lot of us can, if you're anything like me, we can forget about our mission sometimes and why we're here, because we just get stuck in the day-to-day. We get stuck in the motions. We get stuck in what we have to do, as compared to what we know we should do and what we need to be doing. So I think that's what that means. Um, trying to think, but really, I don't know. Most of this wasn't a card reading, but just kind of me introducing myself to you guys, and hoping that whoever understands what I'm saying or resonates with what I'm saying will be attracted to come and listen more. And usually I'll do more cards or whatever, but usually, like tonight, it was just when the energy is like this, and this new mood and everything, when I feel like I just have to get something out that I've been hearing or channeling or whatever it is, the energy that I'm getting, just want to get it out and share it with y'all and see what you have to say about it, and see if anybody's feeling the same way. So hope y'all have a great weekend, and I'll be back with some more videos soon. Happy new moon.